All right, let's dive into the brilliantly chaotic world of the animated series Daisy Friends with Benefits. What's so great about the first episode is how it takes that classic hero's journey, the story structure we've seen a million times, and just turns it completely on its head with a huge dose of absurdity. Let's break it down.
So right off the bat, the story just throws us into a state of pure panic with our main character. His very first line, his entire reason for being is this desperate search. He's not after justice or some ancient treasure, nope, he's just looking for a card, and this one frantic question is the engine that drives this whole ridiculous story forward.
Okay, so you know how every hero's journey kicks off with a call to adventure, right? Well, for our guy, that call is the golden card. But this thing is no holy grail. As you're about to see, the legend behind this card is, well, it's a little complicated.
And here is where things get really weird. On one hand, the card supposedly grants you ultimate power, makes the whole world bow down to you. But there's also a rumor that it leads to your total ruin. And our hero, he hears this and basically says, "Sign me up." He explicitly wants to be ruined. So this isn't a quest for glory, it's a quest for spectacular failure.
Of course, like any hero, the minute he starts his quest, he runs into obstacles. But in this world, the threats are just as ridiculous as the goal itself. He pretty quickly runs into a local gang and figures out he's going to need a mentor to help him fight back.
So meet the Daleen gang. They try so hard to strike this menacing pose, but the narrator points out that what they've actually formed is the shape of, well, a shining turd. They're so bad at being intimidating, they literally have to schedule practice sessions just to get their scary pose right. Some fearsome villains, huh?
And their weapon of choice? It's something called Chesamarna. Let's be real. This is a schoolyard prank. It's basically flicking a toothpick from a rubber band. But in this universe, it's treated with the same seriousness as a deadly weapon. It's a hilarious little detail that just perfectly sums up the low-stakes, high-drama world we're in.
The absurdity just keeps ramping up from there. One character gives us a full-on DIY guide for making a 9mm pistol out of cardboard. It's presented like a kid's craft show, complete with a warning for parents to be there. But just as it's finished, it takes this fantastic turn. The creator just declares that violence is never the answer and recycles the cardboard gun into a helicopter.
So our hero realizes he needs some real help. He turns to his first potential mentor, Shanti Baya. Shanti is a huge WWE fan, and he's supposed to be this amazing fighter. The only tiny problem? He has a broken arm. So much for the wise mentor archetype, this one is completely and comically useless.
With mentor number 1 officially a bust, our hero has to go on a real journey to find a true master, a legendary figure living in exile who can teach him how to fight, the one and only Undertaker.
Even the journey itself has some fun with meta humor. Our heroes get stuck in this massive traffic jam, and the narrator just flat out says the animator clearly got lazy and just copy-pasted the background characters to fill the scene. It's a great little self-aware joke that totally breaks the fourth wall.
Eventually, they find the Undertaker, who is a perfect parody of a brooding, fallen hero, and boy, does he have the tragic backstory to match, delivered with all the drama he can muster. He and his mother were cast out, their home was burned down. You get the picture. And just like any fallen hero, at first he refuses the call to action. But our protagonist knows exactly what to say. He frames the whole thing not as just some fight, but as a chance for the Undertaker to reclaim his lost honor and to fight for his poor, innocent mother. It's that classic motivational speech just dropped into this completely ridiculous situation.
And it works! The Undertaker is in. This all sets the stage for the story's big climax, the final test for our hero and his new mentor, the Underground Free Fighters Championship.
The stakes are higher than ever. The arena is set. The crowd is, well, there actually is no crowd. And the grand prize for this epic underground championship, it's not a trophy, it's not a title belt, it's a single golden can. The anticlimax is just perfect.
So during the final fight, the Undertaker is getting beaten pretty badly, and our hero tries to inspire him. But instead of giving, tactical advice, he just starts shouting out random, weirdly personal life milestones. Remember when you were born! Remember your first kiss! It's so wildly out of place and nonsensical that it's just brilliant.
against all odds, and with that very unique brand of motivation, The Undertaker actually wins. Our hero is right on the verge of getting what he wanted, but the victory doesn't exactly play out the way you might think.
The second the fight is over, the organizer just shuts everything down. There's no celebration, no ceremony. He just tells his crew to start packing up because they need the lighting rig for someone's wedding the next day. This one line just perfectly captures the abrupt, unceremonious, and hilariously mundane end to their epic battle.
So in the end, the hero gets what he wanted all along. He's handed the golden card. But the moment is completely empty. Everyone just leaves. The quest is complete, but the victory feels so hollow and absurdly transactional, which, when you think about it, was probably the point all along.
And just when you think the story is over, the episode takes one last dramatic turn. The creator himself appears on screen, breaking the fourth wall in the most direct way possible to talk to the audience.
And it's this incredibly genuine moment of vulnerability. The animator admits that creating a whole series by himself as a YouTuber is just incredibly difficult. He says he and his team are ready to do it, but they need the audience's support, the likes, the comments, the shares, to actually make it happen. It's a fascinating switch from all the comedy to a real heartfelt appeal.
And that leaves us with this final question. The creator has built this bizarre, hilarious, and surprisingly clever world, but he's put its future directly in the hands of us, the viewers. So, after all the chaos, the cardboard guns, and the golden can, should this world continue? Well, I guess that's for the audience to decide.